Talk about Beatriz at Dinner. This is a brand new low-key comedy drama directed by Miguel Arteta, who directed Chuck and Buck, a very popular movie. He also directed the film Cedar Rapids starring Ed Helms. He also directed, I believe he was also the director of Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. So there you have it. So yeah, we got Beatriz at Dinner, though, which I'm looking forward to kind of talking about right now. I didn't think I'd get a chance to see this in the theater, and I was actually a little bit nervous that I was going to miss it because I already missed Paris Can Wait, and I was upset about that. But I did make it out this weekend to go see Beatriz at Dinner, starring Salma Hayek, John Lithgow, and Jay Duplass. Very interesting, very well-made, low-key drama. This movie stars Salma Hayek as the titular character. She is a masseuse. She's a career healer who winds up going to one of the houses of her clients, Kathy, played by Connie Britton. She goes there to give Kathy a massage before her big dinner party with her husband. So what happens is Beatriz, after the massage is done, Beatriz goes back to her car and realizes her car does not start. So she's kind of stranded there, and her friend doesn't get off work until late. So an effort to be kind of cordial to somebody that not only helped their family out a lot, but also helped their cancer-stricken daughter out, Kathy invites Beatriz to go to dinner with her. And the dinner guests are really kind of celebrating the success of one of their friends, played by Jay Duplass, who's a really great independent filmmaker, with his brother Mark, celebrating that character's successful new business venture. Also present there is a man named Doug, played by John Lithgow, and his wife Gianna, played by Amy Landecker. Doug is a big hotel mogul who specializes in like building hotels, very controversial, like businessman, kind of similar to somebody else who shall not be named, of course. But of course, this film is very timely, quietly political, and such like that. So what winds up happening then with this whole setup is that Beatriz kind of obviously doesn't fit in this group. You know what I mean? She's in a place with a lot of old and new money. She herself doesn't have a lot of money. She is kind of seen as like a healer when all of these other people kind of live these very vapid existences, talking about gossip, swooning over the money that their hotel ventures are going to make while displacing numerous people from Latin American countries and such. So very uncomfortable, very passive aggressive screenplay here. Great performance by Salma Hayek, who kind of just sort of wanders around clutching her white wine glass and mom jeans the entire time, but does the best Salma Hayek performance you can come to expect to her. Also really good in this movie, and even threatens to one-up her in a lot of ways, is John Lithgow, who's a very boisterous screen presence here. Always very engaging character, but very interesting demeanor on him that I really never grew tired of watching here. This is a very well-done movie. The only negative I can really find in this movie is that the downside of this, and it's a little bit difficult to explain, the movie is a bit too dreamlike, I would say, in some instances. It's a bit too overbearing. It tries to be a bit too impressionistic, but it doesn't keep that tone down for a long time. It opens and closes kind of like a bookend, and it really doesn't mesh particularly well, in my opinion. I don't think I think it tries too hard to end on a note that's a bit too ceremonious, even a bit too romantic, even. You know, I just kind of felt the ending and like the conclusion and stuff earned as it could have been. It's a very short movie. It's only 83 minutes, I believe 79 without credits. So it's a very short movie, but it's anything but slight. There's a lot of good performances in this movie too. Chloe Sevigny's also in it, playing the wife of Jay Duplass's character. John Early is also in the film as well. There's a lot of good small roles in this movie, but the obvious stars here are both Salma Hayek and John Lithgow. Beatriz at Dinner, the new Miguel Arteta movie, I give it 3 out of 4 stars, a B on Influx Mag.